Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Stellar XLM. Covered this in the weekend as well, so it hasn't even been this long. But given I was looking at it this morning while doing my morning analysis, and I think that there are some interesting levels coming up, especially given the current market circumstances. Where a little bit against my expectation, at least for the market as a whole. I mean, if you XRP, Ethereum are all moving fine, but when we look at Bitcoin is quite weak, right? And I think with Bitcoin dominance bouncing on Sunday evening, a lot of altcoins have actually underperformed as well. So in those market circumstances, I wanted to do a new look on XLM, on Stellar, and talk about some opportunities here, right? Positive opportunities, because ultimately at this point of time, like, Stellar is still stable, and that's also what I said in the last video I did, which I think was on Saturday, maybe on Friday, but what we said there, no, it was on Saturday, but what we said there is that we got a strong high volume move on Friday after the Jackson Hole speech by Jerome Powell. It was all great. Those were the days, and we got a strong bounce right there, on top of the 30-day rolling VWAP, on top of the point of control. But ultimately, like, does that matter that much? No, because XLM Stellar is ranging, right? It's very stable. We had a huge volume move, of course, here at the beginning of July. That was all amazing. But since then, we've been losing momentum, and here and there we do have momentum, right? I mean, for example, at the beginning of August, we had quite a lot of momentum. Friday, we had quite a lot of momentum. My apologies. But ultimately, we're stable. And that stability, I think, in combination with the move that we had on at the start of July, that creates opportunities, right? That creates opportunities for potential liquidity grabs to the downside. And now that might not be that positive if you're still in a position on XLM. And to be fair, if you're still in a long-term position on XLM right now, I don't think that's the smartest decision. I don't see any indication at this point of time, technically nor fundamentally. I think fundamentally XLM or Stellar is fine, but there's also no major catalyst that can really push the prices up higher. And technically, we've been losing momentum and we're consolidating, right? And we have a lot of imbalances to the downside. So if you're in a long-term position from prices higher than this, I'm not sure if that's the best idea. But if you're not, these are the best opportunities to buy, right? We have quite a lot of bearish pressure. I think a bottom is coming in relatively soon for Bitcoin, but I'm not certain, right? And we can still make a lower low here. So therefore, and then if you zoom out for XLM, we have this major support level right here from 30 cents all the way up to 35 cents. 30 cents being the previous value area high, 786 FIB, big psychological support level. In the middle, you have the 200 EMA, and then the 0.6 FIB at 35 cents, and the top of the fair value gap, and a respected support level. Look, this is not financial advice, but I would say if you're able to DCA in that area, I think that's an amazing area. And at some point of time, we are going to get a strong bounce from there because the fundamentals for Stellar are sound, like I said, right? So I think that's a major opportunity. Now, at this point of time, if we go over the fundamentals around the market, so if we talk about all the news that we had over the course of the summer, but also if you take a look at equities right now, hopefully you did not hear that sound because it was very loud. But if you think about all of that, do I think it's most likely that we're going to get a move all the way into those levels at this point of time? Maybe, unfortunately, no. I think it's more likely that, maybe we'll drop down a little bit lower, but that we will still be able to hold 36, 37 as support. And that from there we can actually see another move up. And then maybe later we'll be able to get a move down into those areas. But for now, I'd say something like this is more likely, all right? So maybe this video was a little bit, trying to get you ready for something that's unlikely to happen. Let me end with this. I've rarely seen a move like this where we did not fill at least the first fair value gap, right? So if this is not relevant for the next week, it might be relevant for September. It might be relevant for October. So be ready, all right? And for now, currently, I'm a little bit more optimistic, and I think we're going to bottom out a little bit sooner. And I think we can actually expect some more bullish momentum a little bit sooner as well. So that might be good for some of you as well. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. So if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Take care and bye.